Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, Professor Andreoli, for inviting me. Um, my main aim is to deliver um, my ideology, my way of thinking, my way of working within our communities. When I came into politics, I thought I need to build my own politics around my people. And also, just to let you know, I mean, I have an election in 10 days. It was very difficult to come here today, but um, it's a pleasure being here. Hopefully, I'm re-elected. Things, according to the polls, look positive, so I could manage to come here for a couple of hours. In fact, I'll just leave after the summit. But it's important. It's important. I build my politics around what I learn from people, and that's why we're all here, connecting people. Someone before us asked, "What's the connection between these different subjects?" The more you are adverse with different subjects, the more you understand the way, the philosophy about the people, the more you understand science, the more you understand technology, the more you understand the psychology, medicine. It's basically what politics is built about. And fortunately, in my situation, I always try to develop and introduce whatever I learn into our communities. So I'm here to talk about sustainability, but in reality, sustainability a buzzword, or are we really working towards sustainability? Um, I had the pleasure to be invited for the COP28 and also for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals conference for mayors, where I explained in our Malta, in our town of Xbiex, because I'm the mayor of Xbiex, which is a small town, but yet very important in Malta because it hosts practically all the embassies in Malta, the largest yachting facility, and also the place where all the gaming and financial companies are based. Also, I have the responsibility of vice president of the region, um, 12 different towns and cities making one region, and I'm the vice president and have uh, the advantage to understand different circumstances facing different towns, mostly coastal towns, mostly touristic towns and cities. And what are we doing towards sustainability? Are we thinking how we should build the architecture, our infrastructure? And I'm glad today to hear different projects going on promoting sustainability. But in reality, are the politicians using this knowledge to introduce it in their communities? Are the governments ready to look into change, to introduce different concepts where sustainability is promoted? And fortunately, we have introduced several measures in order to promote sustainability, promote less CO2 emissions, the creation of more trees, different smart measures. Well, we were one of the first countries to introduce free transportation system. Of course, it was a measure in order to help in the traffic issues going around. But something as well that my town was the first to introduce is solar powered um, uh, charging stations. This was way back in 2013. Um, Basically, we are doing several incentives to promote cleaner energy, electric cars. But do we have the infrastructure to accommodate electric cars? Why should you buy an electric car and pay more when eventually, I mean, the governments should incentivize these new cars? That's what we did. That's what we did in these past years, and we are creating a good infrastructure in order to have different places where you can charge your car. Same applies to waste management systems. I was the first mayor to introduce in Malta, solar compactor power bins, which these work with uh, solar trays that generate electricity to these to the solar energy in order to compact the bins. Sometimes we go around and we find these bins full of trash. I mean, that does not look good. So basically, these compactor bins, again powered by solar energy, compact the trash and give a capacity which is 7 to 8 times more. But what does that mean? Of course, we've got nicer images of clean trash bins. But at the same time, we are reducing the CO2 emissions from trucks. So less trucks around our towns, less collections, and more sustainable and clean environment. That is what we're trying to promote. But again, there are several measures, several initiatives, several ideas waiting for a patent to be introduced in the market. But it is us who need to promote what are we here learning. So we need all to do our part. And it's good I got to learn several people from different facets of life. And as I told earlier, I learn from everybody. I even learn from the street sweeper, who I try to keep contact on an everyday basis, because that's in my opinion my secret in politics. I mean, I kept my feet on the ground. I've been mayor for 11 years now. Um, Hopefully I'll be up for the next 5 years. But the thing is, the trick is try to keep always your feet on the ground. Remember where you came from. Um, I don't come from a rich family. I mean, um, basically my mother and father raised me very well, but um, they didn't have any businesses. My father, I come from a workers' family basically, and I climbed every step on my own thanks to good education that my parents gave me. But the thing is that my positions changed. I mean, I'm also a director of a philanthropic mission, ALS Malta, which cares for ALS patients and other patients with neurological disorders. Um, well, I've had several experiences. I'm still 38 years old, but the thing is, I'm always grateful from where I started in life, where I am now, and I never look back basically, and look look at everyone um, as real people and as an incentive for me to grow even further and promote what's best for my community basically. Thank you.